I played one whole year of Stardew Valley 1.6, but I used the community center route. That's right, everybody. We are going the community center route in this challenge. Let's play through one whole year of Stardew Valley 1.6. Let's see how much money we can get at the end of the year, and let's see how much of the game we can complete. It is day number 1. We are playing on our usual standard farm, and we are going to pick up our 15 free parsnip seeds. We're going to side away some weeds here to make some space on the farm. I'm then going to cut down just a couple of trees, enough to make one chest so I can store all of my tools in. We're going to water up our parsnips, and then we are going to venture forth and try to find as many forageables as possible. Despite the fact that tea saplings have been nerfed in this game, they're still worth a bit of money. And we do need to get our foraging up to max skill as quickly as possible to get all the masteries, so we're going to forge ahead with that. I get an anchor on the beach today. We can give that straight into Gunther for some nice early money. There's also lots of beach forageables that I get to pick up as well. So I'm going to go to Gunther here now. We're going to hand in the anchor to him, and this is going to be a nice 250 gold in the bag. It's then off to Pierre. Because we're going to the community center and the bundles are also remixed, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to purchase one of every single crop because I don't know what the community center has in store for me right now. I'm also going to start gifting Caroline some daffodils there as well to get up to 2 hearts so we can learn tea sapling recipe. Having unlimited inventory space at the moment does hurt quite a bit because there's so many things I need to buy. But not to worry, we do get there eventually. I spent the rest of the day just talking to the NPCs, getting to know them all. We do get level 1 foraging, so we do get some pretty powerful perks there from that. I sold a few things on the beach as well and made a small bit of gold. The next day we get some mail from Willie. He wants us to visit him, so we get a fishing rod. The first thing we're going to do though is water up our fabulous crops. I'm going to take a nice stroll into town, and it is time to look at the help wanted quests. Pam is looking for a Georgia Cola. We will oblige, of course, because the more quests we do, the more prize tickets we are going to get. We're also going to spend a great portion of today pulling up fish because it's a great money maker, and the more money we can make, the more progress we can make. Now, I ended up reaching level 2 fishing, and it was only 440, so if I have enough money, I could have purchased the fiberglass rod, but I didn't actually have enough money. I needed 1800 gold, I only had 1500, so I will have to wait until tomorrow to get my hands on that rod. I did get super lucky though, and I managed to get a diamond out of a fishing treasure chest today, which was absolutely amazing. I will sell that diamond because 750 gold early on is an absolute game changer. I could keep it for a triple shot espresso, I could give it to Gunther, but trust me folks, if you do get diamonds that early in the game, just sell it and buy more crops off Pierre and get yourself a nice fishing rod. So the rest of the day I'm going to go up to the lake area and do more fishing. Day 3 we have the rainy day, so I will try to get as many catfish as possible today, as they are one of the best fish you can sell for spring. Now I do get 5 levels of fish, which was great. We take Fisher, fish for 25% more. Main plan for spring right now is to obtain level 10 fishing, pull up the legend and smoke it. And if you don't know what a smoker is, then you're in for the big treat because it's totally overpowered. I got 4 rubies in a fishing treasure chest today. I've never got so many rubies before in a treasure chest, so I just thought I'd show it there because it was pretty cool. I also got Jewels of the Sea. This is a skill book. It basically increases the odds of getting raw inside a fishing treasure chest, and that raw will relate to what kind of fish you pulled up. So it was another help wanted quest. Haley wanted a largemouth bass. We will oblige, of course. I also used up all my money and I purchased a whopping 198 kale seeds. Now, the reason why I'm getting kale is because it doesn't take a whole lot of time to site that up, and you do get a lot of XP for it. You also get really nice money for selling kale as well. It's a great money maker for spring. So today I'm going to spend a good portion cutting down trees, and what I'm doing here now is I'm collecting seeds. I'm going to combine all these seeds to make field snacks. This will allow me to cut down trees for most of the day. I'm going to need thousands upon thousands of wood if I want to make some serious money in this playthrough. I got lots of stuff from fishing, so we're going to give it all to Gunther, including an ancient seed, so I can now put that down on the farm. It's always nice to get an early ancient seed, because you can get ancient wine then later on, and that sells for lots of money. So we're giving Caroline more gifts, and we're pulling up more fish. Today is day number 6, it was a rainy day, so I decided to just keep away from the mines and just fish, try to get catfish. Before I go into the mines, I'm going to treat myself to a backpack upgrade. It's always nice to go into the mines with 2 backpack slots instead of 1. So I'm pushing farming hard now at the moment because the faster I can max out my farming skill, the faster I can get those lovely powerful farming perks. I managed to get a wooden club on level 3 here in the mines. This was so lucky. The wooden club is a magnificent weapon early on. Because of the ground slam ability, you can bring this straight down into the endgame sections of the regular mines, and it'll make short work of enemies no problem at all. Now, today wasn't a super great day. I didn't get too far in the mines. I just didn't get great luck and I wasn't getting the ladders. But the next day is going to be a rainy day, so that means we can spend all day in the mines. We can make some really good progress. The reason why we want to start hitting the mines now hard is because we want to get our hands on the gold ore to make gold bars so we can make quality sprinklers. And we just need farming level 6 for those. And with all the kill that we now have on the farm, there's a very good chance we would get level 6 farming a lot sooner rather than later. I also had to make some scarecrows because the crows were picking away at my valuable crops. So we made it down to floor 10 here. The mines got the leather boots. Floor 20 gives us the steel small sword, but I'm not going to swap out my wood club. I'm going to keep that and we'll just put the steel small sword in a chest for now. So I decided to complete a help wanted quest today. We gave Willie a chub and he is super happy with that. The rewards aren't great, but we're just doing this for the prize tickets because you can get some pretty decent stuff from Mayor Lewis's ticket machine, especially if you start accumulating prize tickets earlier rather than later. Demetrius is going to give us an option now between the mushroom or the bat cave. We're going to select the bat cave because I am going the community center route. And the bat cave is super handy, especially to get pomegranates and oranges and things like that you need for most of the bundles. I spoke with Harvey today completing the introductions quest. I then got a quest to give someone a gift. I just gave Harvey Georgia Cola. He didn't like it, but we'll get over that. We still get money for completing the quest. And I'm sure Harvey will get over that gift in a couple of days. So we're doing more fishing today. And I had to get some herrings because it was on help wanted quest 4 in total. And I'm only doing this again because I want prize tickets. Normally I wouldn't bother with these quests because most of the help wanted quests aren't worth doing unless you want to get perfection as quickly as possible, because it is nice to get the friendship points, you know. But those prize tickets are just so overpowered. So I'm going to make some bug steak today. It's really nice to make that early on. You just need some bug meat to make it, and it's great for energy and health, especially energy. Before the day is out, I'm going to use up the rest of my energy because it was only 20 past 8 in-game time, so there was no point going to bed right now. So we're going to cut down trees and we're just going to wait until our energy goes to 0 and then we go to bed. So it's all about maximising those days. I'm getting really lucky with rainy days. It's going to rain tomorrow again, which is great. So we're scourging the map today to see if we get some more forage mix. I really want to make more spring wild seeds. I'm having a look at the bundles here as well, and because it's remixed, it's asking for a wild spring onion instead of the other regular forageables it asks for. So I obliged, of course. 30 wild seeds in the bag as a reward. Before I go back to my farm, I'm going to sight away all those weeds. I'm going to have a quick look around here to see if I can pick up any more forageables. I really want to get my foraging skill to 7 so I can get the tree fertilizer. The sooner I can get that, the sooner I can make some tree farms. Then I can tap up the trees. I can start getting oak resins. If I can get those early, I'll be able to make lots of cakes when the time comes to start processing starfruit or pumpkins or what have you. Another help wanted quest today, we need to slay some crabs out of the mines, no bother at all. I also checked some of the trash cans. They're actually worth checking occasionally if you do walk past them. You never know what you might get out of them. I've gotten some pretty good things out of trash cans in the past. So we're back down at the mines. We're going through the dark floors at the moment and I'm on floor 36 right now. The wooden club still serves me well. Now, what happened here was I kind of ran out of energy. So I sacrificed some copper ores to make cherry bombs. And I got lucky enough where the cherry bombs were able to get me down to floor 40 before the day was over. So it was nice to grab that early checkpoint. We get the slingshot now on floor 40, but I just threw that away. I don't use the slingshot at all. I will keep the master slingshot though for when we get to Ginger Island because you need that to get a golden walnut. Before I headed back to the farm, I got some nice forageables there, some leeks and wild horse radishes. The next day was a sight to behold. Look at all this fabulous kale we get to harvest. I also got the first batch of my forageables as well. Daffodils, dandelions, wild horseradishes and leeks. And I will convert all those back into spring wild seeds and we're going to plant those straight back into the farm. Because in 1.6 update, when I'm pulling up all these forageables, I also get small XP towards farming as well. So it's a nice added perk. We're going to make some furnaces. It is time to start smelting some bars. I picked up a coffee bean today from a dust sprite. It was just so lucky. That's an early coffee bean for us. I can plant that on the farm now. We can start banging out some coffee when we get into summer. That's lots of coffees, triple shot espressos for us down the road. Level 50, we get the Tundra Boots. It's a nice boot upgrade, extra defense speeds, less damage for me when I get hit, so we'll take it. Level 5 farming, we're going to go with tiller. Crops were 10% more, and we also get level 6 farm, so the kale really paid off. You can now make quality sprinklers. But the problem now is we can't actually make them right now. We need gold bars, we need refined quartz, we need iron bars. Now the refined quartz is easy enough. The iron and the gold bars are easy too, but we have to make more progress on the mines. Before I can even touch off the mines though, I need to water up all the crops. It does take quite a number of in-game hours, but it will be worth it. We're going to get Clint to upgrade our axe to a copper axe. Now the reason why I'm going with an axe and not my pickaxe is because wood is that important when it comes to making lots of money in the first year of Stardew Valley. There's another reason I'm upgrading my axe to a copper axe, and I will get to that in just a few in-game Stardew Valley days. My opinion, it doesn't matter if you're in Skull Cavern or if you're in the bottom levels of the mines. If you see copper, do yourself a favour and just grab it, because you will need copper for kegs. You're going to need copper for so many things in this game. It's just one of those resources where you always need it. So I will accumulate as much copper as possible. Getting the wood mallet today out of crate was just magnificent. Huge upgrade there from the wood club. More or less the same weapon type, but it can do exceptionally more damage, and that's what we want. We get the master slingshot on floor 70. We keep that for Ginger Island later on in the video. We're now down into the floor 70s, and we have a new enemy type here, the skeletons. Now these skeletons can drop bone shards, and they come in real handy later on in the game, especially when you get the bone mill. They can also drop the bone sword, and it is a really nice weapon to get early on in the game, especially if you find yourself struggling with combat. Sometimes I just farm those skeletons before I go into the floor 80s if I don't have a decent weapon, but because I have the wood mallet, I don't have too much to worry about. That mallet will pack in most of the enemies in these mines, no problems at all. If I see iron ores, I do grab them. Some people like to just ignore all the ores and get down as quickly as possible. I play a little bit differently. If I see ores, I do normally grab them. Not only do I get valuable mining XP, but I'm also getting early resources. The next day, the rest of the kale has come to fruition. We're going to harvest all that, and then we're just going to go along, and we're going to do the nice Easter egg event here as well. We will of course win the Easter event because I've done it so many times. But I like the straw hat, and I think it just breaks up the air a little bit if I incorporate the events. Of course, we could have just ignored all the events and make more money, but that wouldn't be a whole lot of fun now, would it? So the next day, we start with watering up all the crops. It is a chore and a half, let me tell you, but sprinklers are on the horizon. When we do get our hands on those quality sprinklers, we can start getting hundreds and thousands of crops and putting them on our farm. So we're going to upgrade our tool today. We're going to go with the copper pickaxe, because when you get down to the floor 80s and you start getting those gold ores, it takes a lot of swings at a regular pickaxe. Because we have our copper axe, I managed to just get a cool price ticket up here, just to north of Judgment. We're also going to complete our spring crops bundle as well. We're going to get 20 speedgoes for that, which is really nice. We're also going to have a look at the boiler room. Now, we did get unlucky here. We got the engineer's bundle. The iridium ore isn't so much of a problem. You can just break open nodes until you get that. Refined quartz is easy enough, but that battery pack is going to break me because they're so rare starting off in the game. You could go for an early Skull Cavern if you save up hard. You could try to get one from the enemies. You might get lucky and get one from the travelling cart. Other than that, you're kind of waiting to summer for the storms to hit, and you have to make those lightning rods. But we'll see. We'll check the travelling cart every time she spawns, and hopefully she will have a battery pack for us so we can complete that boiler room. Completing that boiler room does give us the fast job, so it's something we want as quickly as possible. Level 4 foraging, enter the mushroom log. It's so fun to use it, and we will be using mushroom logs in this playthrough, of course. We'll be using all of the new 1.6 stuff, to be honest. We'll be using everything. It's a variety playthrough. Let's have a look at the help wanted quest today. Another largemouth bass, 200 gold, but we get to keep the fish, which is nice, so that's going to be some extra gold besides the 200. We get the copper pickaxe off Clint, which is nice, but we're going to talk to Clint again. This time, we're going to upgrade our axe to a steel axe. This will give us access to the secret woods. And getting access to the secret woods in spring is nice because you have a chance to get even more forageables and you can accumulate hardwood early in the game rather than later. We are going to need tons of hardwood. I've got lots of money here. I was going to save up and I was going to unlock the desert, do the desert event, but then I decided not to, and I decided to go a different route. We're going the kale route. 461 pieces of kale. Now, it's a bit mad, I'll be honest with you, but I am going to make so much money from that kale. I got a mushroom floor today, which was really lucky. I'm going to keep those purple mushrooms. I will need them to plant that kale and to water it up. Now, I'm not going to plant all the kale in one day. That's impossible, even for game regard. There's too much, and I don't have sprinklers. Not yet, anyway. So I'm going to wait until I make sprinklers, and then I'm going to plant the kale. Because if I was to hoe up over 500 spots or 460 spots at the farm and attempt to plant that kale, disaster awaits. So we need to wait. For now, though, we will get loads of lovely mining materials. The more gold ores we get, the more gold bars we can make, the more quantity sprinklers we can make. Once I have enough quantity sprinklers made, we can then let loose with the kale. So I completed some bundles today. That's the blacksmith bundle done. I'm also going to complete the geologist bundle as well. I just need that battery pack to complete the engineer's bundle and we get the fast travel. It's also worth noting as well that I'm thinking ahead here. That's why I bought so much kale. Because if I harvest all that kale, I will surely amass level 10 farming. I can stack artisan, combine that with level 10 fishing, and I can smoke up some serious fish and get some serious money. So there's a reason why I'm pushing farming really hard in spring. So we did more fishing today because it was raining. And the next day I gave Demetrius that largemouth bass that he wanted as well. That's another quest completed. So I made 10 quantity sprinklers today. That's all I could make. I have to get more resources to make more sprinklers, but it's a good start. So the more sprinklers I can make, the more kale I can put down. And when we get into summer, then we don't have to worry about water crops anymore. We can just use the power of the quantity sprinkler. So I got an elite slime kill today. It dropped a weapon called the Slammer. It's a level 7 club. A decent upgrade from the wood mallet, and it's also a decent upgrade from the tempered broadsword that I had as well. And we are going to take that straight down into Skull Caverns with us later on. It is an incredible weapon, let me tell you. So today was a great day. I woke up to a ton of forageables. We're going to get all of the forageables and then we are going to plant our lovely kale seeds. Now, I'm not going to plant all of the kale straight away, but I will plant a good portion of the kale. And every time I make more quantity sprinklers, I'll plant more kale and more kale. It's only the 18th of spring, so I have loads of time to get through all of that kale that I purchased. And by the time I harvest up all of that kale, I am going to have some serious money going into the summer. So just, if you're watching this video, when it comes to making money, I'm just going to use one word, and that's scale. It doesn't have to be kale. As long as you plant hundreds of crops and harvest them, you're going to get lots of money. Period. So we made it to floor 100 in the mines. That is our first star drop of the challenge, and that increases our maximum energy. It also fills up our energy too, which is nice. This is what our farm looks like at the moment, so it's getting there. A help wanted quest today was from George. He wanted a carp to rub on his sore toe. Sometimes I just don't understand these Stardew Valley NPCs. So with my steel axe, I managed to break open the big log, but I couldn't get at the gold trash can to get a book of power because I needed a steel pickaxe, so we're going to go back to that. We are down at the mid floors today, and the reason why I'm not going all the way down to get the skull key is because I needed to farm iron ores in order to make more quantity sprinklers. I had lots of gold bars, but I needed more iron bars. I also picked up the Monster Compendium Book of Power. Monsters now have a small chance to drop double the loot. It's a small chance, but it is really nice when that perk activates. So that's one more Book of Power added to our lovely repertoire. Today is a day of farm expansion, so I made more quantity sprinklers thanks to all the iron ores I got the day previous. I'm also going to hoe up more spots, water up the crops, rinse and repeat. The more quantity sprinklers I can make, the better. Even though this is very time consuming, this tactic is going to really save me a lot of time for the rest of the challenge, because I can leave those quantity sprinklers there for the whole year and I would never have to worry about water crops again. Because we go into summer, we can push hard, we can get star fruits. We already have the sprinklers there no hassle at all. I went to Mayor Lewis's house today and I put some prize tickets into his ticket machine. I got back some nice prizes. You're always guaranteed the Star Drop Tea when you put in the 5th prize ticket, and the Star Drop Tea is something I want to get my hands on as quickly as possible, because I can combine that with a loved gift on someone's birthday and accumulate tons of friendship points with them, and it would be nice to get married in the game much earlier rather than later. So it was time to complete the crab pot bundle today. The reward, of course, will be some crab pots. Be nice to get those put down early. Even if the crab pots generate trash, I can use that. Because I've collected a total of 2 prize tickets now, using the Help Wanted quests, that activates the Mr. Key scene there, and he's going to drop mystery boxes. I can now get mystery boxes through fishing, through hoeing some up the ground and other methods. And the mystery boxes come in really handy, especially early game, because you get a lot of big seeds from mystery boxes and other goodies as well. So I planted some coffee beans over here by the greenhouse. We're going to make a little coffee farm over there. And I also got some carrot seeds too from the ground as well. Carrots are really nice to give lots of energy. I'm going to sell all of the weapons I'm never going to use against Marlin because it's just extra money, and it's also going to free up some slots too in my chests back in my farm. I'm also going to go to Clint and upgrade my pickaxe to a steel pickaxe, and that's going to give me access now to that gold trash can so I can get a really good book of power. I finally got Caroline the 2 hearts, so we're going to enter her lovely sunroom, and she is going to teach us the recipe for tea saplings the next day. We can also go into this sunroom and harvest that tea plant at the end of the season and get a free tea leaf, and we grab that every single day during the last week of any season. And the tea leaf is a nice bit of money. We can also cake it for green tea if we want, or turn it into pickled tea leaf if we put it into a preserve jar. So there's lots of uses for it. Some people say the tea saplings have been buffed. Some people say they've been nerfed. And the reason why some people are saying they've been buffed is you can plant them in the ground, wait until the end of the season, then you can harvest the tea leaf from it. You can pull it back up out of the ground and sell it along with the tea leaf. So I'm telling you right now, the tea sapling has been nerfed. That is not a buff because you have to wait. You see, you have to wait for it to give you a tea leaf. And that's the problem. You're in spring year 1, you want to make as much money as possible. You don't have the luxury of waiting around. Now I didn't know I had to wait. I made 62 tea saplings and I planted them like the noob that I am, thinking I'd be able to harvest tea leaves off this the next day. And I just want to point it out now so I don't get bombarded by comments from people saying you have to wait a couple of weeks before you can get the tea leaves off them. So there you go. I made a mistake and there's nothing I can do about it. It's done. But I did learn a valuable lesson. So I made some artisan machines, some preserve jars, recycling machines, and because it's raining today, because I really wanted money, I decided to go catfish fishing. So I am going to the flower dance today, and I'm going to purchase that lovely rare crow along with the tub of flowers recipe, because if this video does well, I will go for perfection. I will make it 200 days in a movie. I decided to choose Shane as my dancing partner because it's just very easy to get him up to the hearts that you need for him to dance with you, because he'll just take bear and you can buy that from Gus, no problem. Today, look at all the kale growing on my farm. There's just so much of it. I cannot wait to harvest all that kale with my scythe. The next day we're doing more fishing. It's always nice to get coal from the treasure chests. I also pulled up the halibut and I actually hadn't got that yet. And I want to get all of the fish during year 1 to get that star drop off Willy. So we are going to go for all of the fish. Hopefully we'll get them all. I went back up to the lake area today just to do some more fishing so I can make some more money. And I also went into Caroline's sunroom and I picked up another tea leaf as well. So I'm going to sell 1 tea leaf and turn another one into green tea, because to get perfection you have to sell 1 of each type of item, and that includes a tea leaf and a green tea. So I'm upgrading my hoe today to a copper hoe, and normally the hoe isn't something I upgrade a whole lot, but I decided to upgrade it because I'm going to be doing a lot of hoeing in summer and especially fall. Went back into the mines. I really wanted to grab that skull key now because we're almost gone into summer and I wanted to have at least 1 skull cavern run done before summer landed. I got really lucky today, got a mushroom floor again, and this time there was lots of mushrooms, lots of purple mushrooms, which was really nice, and I do keep all those purple mushrooms for energy. I got an iridium bar off a void shaman today. That was extremely lucky. And sometimes those void shamans can also drop prismatic shards as well, just so you know. It was one mushroom floor after the next. It was just insane luck today when it was coming to the mushrooms. Would not believe what I encountered on the next floor. That's right, it was another mushroom floor. 3 mushroom floors in a row. That has never happened to me before. I know changes were made in 1.6, but 3 mushroom floors in a row? Thank you very much. All those red mushrooms I will be selling. And you do get a bit of money for it, especially when you accumulate tons of red mushrooms. We also got level 10 fishing, so I'm going to get the angler fish worth 50% more. And I got level 5 combat, so we'll take the fighter for increased attack damage. Level 6 mining means I can now make the regular bombs. And in my opinion, that is the minimum requirement for a Skull Cavern run. I'm also going to harvest all of this kale and wait until you see the amount of money I am going to get for selling this. Let's sell it right now to Pierre, and it boosts us right up to 71,000 gold, and we're just in spring. So we're going to go to Woody now, and we're going to get the fish smoker recipe. It does cost 10,000 gold, but we will get our money back when we smoke up the legend fish. We're also going to get some trout soup to increase our fishing skill, so that our fishing bar is bigger. We're going to get a trap bobber because we need that if we're going to pull up the legend. I'm always going to go to the community centre, and with the rest of my money, I'm going to buy all of the fall bundles. Getting an early crystallarium is super handy because I can put a jade into that, and that's going to be staircases for me if I want to go to the desert trader every Sunday and trade those in. So this was the second attempt with the legend today. It gave me a real bad beating the first time because I wasn't expecting it, but I got it the second time and it wasn't too bad compared to the first. Sometimes, in my opinion, you just get a really bad, I don't know, call it luck or an algorithm or something, and it's just, you know you're not going to pull it up. But we'll smoke that now once we get level 10 farming and we get the artisan perk, because the artisan perk combines with the angler perk and you get lots of money for the smoked fish. I also pulled up the eel too because I needed that for the fishing collection, and I also grabbed the last axe here for Robin. It's not really the money I'm after with Robin, it's just the extra friendship points, because we will need Robin to teach us the flute block for ginger ale later on. I also got the goby today, and that's a new fish added with 1.6, and we also need that for the fishing collection. The lovely Junimos are hard at work. They're going to fix up the bus, give Pam a job, and we can then do some Skull Cavern runs. Level 8 farming, we can make the keg, which is nice. We also get level 9 farming, we can make iridium sprinklers if we want, but unfortunately, we don't get level 10 farming. I was shy by, I think it was just a handful of XP. But because I have my sealed pickaxe, I can get the alleyway buffet book of power. And this increases the chances that you get items from trash cans. And let me tell you something. This is one of the most underestimated books of power around. I went to do a Skull Cavern run today and I realised I didn't finish the regular mines. I have once again made a terrible mistake. First it was with the tea saplings and now it was Skull Cavern runs. I don't know what was up. I'm just gonna boil it down to sleep deprivation because I have 2 kids, so there you go. I was very tired doing this challenge. So I had to go back into the regular mines, make it down to floor 120, grab the skull key. I wanted to get to level 25 in the Skull Caverns today to get the 10,000 gold off Mr. Key. So I'm just going to use staircases to quickly get down to floor 120. But I will grab that copper ore first before I do anything else. When I get down to floor 120, I do grab the skull key and I literally run straight back to the desert and attempt a Skull Cavern run. And honestly, it didn't end up too bad. It's now 150 in game time, so most of the day is gone. But when you do go to Skull Cavern on a single player run, time does go that little bit slower. I did get very lucky with holes, I'm not going to lie, I got extremely lucky, and I managed to get down to 425 with ease. I just had a small handful of bombs because I had a few iron ores. I dropped down a hole here, I got it down 11 levels. It's currently 3:40 in game time. I was on floor 20, so I was feeling really good about this run, and I knew come hell or high water I was going to get down to floor 25 before the day was out, no problem at all. I noticed that Stardew added a few additional levels here to the regular mines and to the Skull Caverns and other variations of the mines, because I've never had this level before. And trust me when I say this, I have done a lot of Skull Cavern runs and I've never encountered this level. So this must be a new addition to 1.6. It did take me by surprise, but I did get really excited but I saw this level because it was new, and when it comes to playing Stardew Valley, you cannot beat a first experience when it comes to this game, because I'm so used to everything else. So it's really nice to experience that floor, and I did make a pass for 25, that's extra money from Mr. Key. We go to Clint the next day, we get our copper hoe. I've got 16,000 gold now in the tank, but I would like a little bit more money for Starfruit come summer. I also got a battery back because I killed a few enemies down in the Skull Cavern as well, so I was able to complete the engineer bundle, and that was the boiler room now fully done. So the Junimos will now fix up those mining carts, and we can use those to get around Stardew Valley very quickly, very efficiently. So I got some bits of iridium ores, and then I decided to pull up all of these tea saplings because of the noob that I am. Didn't realise I had to wait so long for them to produce tea leaves. I will sell these tea saplings. Now, they're not going to sell for 500 gold a pop, they're going to sell for 250 gold, but they still yield a profit. It's still better to sell tea saplings rather than sell the wild seeds. I'm not going to make a huge profit, but I will get some money, and that will help towards Starfruit. So it is worth it in the end. And foraging still has to be done, because if you want to max out your foraging skill, the best way to do it is still just planting tons of forageables on your farm and pull them out of the ground. We got level 6 foraging today, that was really nice. I just need one more foraging level to get the tree fertilizer, and it will be nice to get that early summer. I made 27,000 gold today, and if we go into the other category, a lot of that came from the 62 tea saplings that I sold. If this was done back in 1.5, I would have made over 30,000 gold, and this is why Concerned Ape nerfed the tea saplings, not buff them, he nerfed them. I did get 10,000 gold off Mr. Key, which was nice. We were now in summer. It is now day 1 of summer, and we're off to a really good start. We've got 54,000 gold ready to go on Starfruit. We're going to go to Pierre. Now, hear me out. I smoked up the legend, I sold it. I know I do not have level 10 farming, I don't have the artisan perk, but I didn't want to wait. I figured get the extra 22,000 gold now instead of waiting for the last farming level, because I now have 75,000 gold to purchase Starfruit. I just didn't want to wait, you know, for that extra couple of thousand gold. 22,000 gold is still pretty good. So I smoked it, I sold it, and there you go. Pierre's a happy man, I'm a happy farmer, we're all happy Starfruit winemakers. So today is going to be a day of hoeing up the ground, planting the Starfruit. We're going to water up the crops too, because I don't want to wait an additional day before I start pulling them all up. So I will take the time and energy out of my day and water these up, no problem. But before the day is out, I will go for a very sneaky crimson fish catch, and I will also smoke that up and sell it. I can also get super cucumbers as well over the summer, and they sell for really nice money. We can also smoke those up too. And when we do get the artisan perk, these fish will sell for a lot more, which is really nice. So we have our Starfruit farm set up. We're also smelting bars. I'm still making more gold bars because I would like to make more quantity sprinklers. It just means I can put down more crops on the farm if I want. I will need a lot more money though if I am to get a lot more Starfruit on the farm. But thanks to the 1.6 update, there is a lot of opportunity now besides farming to make lots of money in this game. Getting the diamonds and the emeralds is still really nice. They do sell for nice money. Now I will keep a handful of diamonds for Troubleshot Expresses. I just completed the Help Wanted quest there as well by killing some red slimes. So that's going to make someone very happy now in Stardew Valley, and that's going to be more prize tickets for me. I do want to get my hands on that Star Drop tea as quickly as possible. I got the Squire's helmet today from defeating a metalhead, and it's one of my favourite headpieces in the game. I spoke to Mayor Lewis. He's very happy about the monster eradication that I done. 500 gold in the bag, but more importantly, one step closer to that lovely prize ticket. Now I do spend a lot of time on the farm today, just clearing out all of the rest of the resources on the farm. So I want to get rid of all the trees, I want to get rid of all the stone, basically just want to get rid of everything, so I have lots of space to work with. I did get a good bit of money from the smoked crimson fish, so that was really nice as well. The bat house area opened up today, so we're going to get all of the weeds and resources up there. I got a quest here to kill a squid kid. The reward is a prize ticket, and that is worth going into the mines and pursuing. So we finally picked up all of our summer forageables today. We're going to make some summer wild seeds, plant those down, and we are going to get lots and lots of summer forageables. Because you only need 3 summer forageables to make wild seeds in summer, which is really nice. Sebastian wanted a red mushroom there for a help wanted quest. I obliged, of course. I finally managed to come across a squid kit. Now, it was on an ambush floor, and this floor was exceptionally bad. There was slimes all over the place, and I almost died a few times, so I had to focus a bit, eat a couple of salads. But I do eventually end up killing up all those enemies, and I do get a lot of combat XP for that. So I spoke to the wizard. He was happy that I beat the squid kit. I also gave him a void essence too because he loves those. And while I was down here, I might as well just talk to him and give him a love gift because you also have to get hearts up for him too in order to get perfection. I did have a warp totem to the beach, which saved me quite a bit of time, so I activated that, picked up a rainbow shell, and then we paid Gunther a visit, and we're going to give him tons of minerals here and artifacts. We do want to get access to the stores and talk to our good friend Krobus. To get that done, we will need to accumulate tons of minerals and artifacts. So I got Clint to break open tons of geodes so we can make some progress on that. Getting the melons actually will come in really handy. I can plant those at the farm. And it was also time to complete the helpers bundle. I was lucky enough to get this for the remixed bundle. The reward is a star drop tea. I'm going to keep that star drop tea, and I'm very close to getting the one from Mayor Lewis's ticket machine. That's going to be 2 star drop teas. So there's a very good chance I'll be able to get married in summer if I play my cards right. I got lucky today and I picked up a strange doll and a broken trident out of a treasure chest. Now, the broken trident, I mean, if I got that in spring, it would have been great. It would have been a game changer. But I do have better weapons now, so I don't really need the broken trident. But the strange doll is quite rare, and we give it to Gunther no problem. So I'm going to purchase a pink cake today. It does cost 960 gold. But it was Jass's birthday, and I just really wanted to give her a love gift. Because if I am going for perfection, I'm going to save myself a lot of time and hassle if I focus more on birthdays this year, instead of trying to maximise all of the friendships next year. I do go to the secret woods almost every day, and I cut down these tree stumps because it's just getting me access to hardwood, and lots of hardwood will be needed later on. I do need hardwood for lots of stuff, especially to get on the Ginger Island. You need a few hundred pieces of hardwood to fix up the boat. I finally got level 7 foraging, so I bagged out the tree fertilizer straight away, and we are going to start making some tree farms. This will be for maple syrups, and the other tree farm will be for oak resins. I also went into my bat cave, picked up loads of forageables in there, made a few summer wild seeds as well, and it was time for another help wanted quest, the art of fishing. Willie wanted me to fish up 5 sunfish. We will of course do this because we're now very close to getting that second star drop tea from Mayor Lewis's ticket machine, and it just needed a handful of sunfish to get that prize ticket, and we are well on our way to get married really early. I'm not going to spoil it right now and tell you who I'm going to marry. Basically, it all comes down to, who has a birthday. So it's going to be someone that has a birthday in summer. I'm going to go back to the mines today. I am gathering copper for multiple reasons. The main reason is I need hundreds of copper bars if I want to make hundreds of cakes. I managed to get the green moss rain today, so I literally spent the whole day just farming moss and farming fiber. This is the best time of the whole year to get moss. I need moss for loads of stuff. I need moss for mushroom blocks. I also need moss. I wanted to make those lovely deluxe worm bins. So moss is extremely valuable. There's also these fiddlehead fern trees you can cut down, and you get fiddlehead ferns off them. You can even grow your own fiddlehead fern trees on your farm, and you can tap them to get a good supply of fiddlehead ferns, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see Demetrius in his hazmat suit. I just think it's hilarious. I got a few Woody's secrets today, which is really nice. So that is a new book of power. And Woody's secret basically gives you a chance to get double resources when you cut down a tree. Now it's a very small chance, but because we're going to be cutting down so many trees, it is going to come in real handy for us. I'm going to purchase the big chest recipe of Robin today. That's going to give me a lot more inventory slots to work with. It's going to save me a lot of space on the farm. I'm also going to purchase just a few floor recipes so I can make the farm look nice. But I also want to put a pathway along this tree farm so when I'm gathering oak resins in the future, my character won't get stuck by debris that might spawn between the trees. So a great tip here is that if you do make a big chest, you can simply just stick it down where your regular chest is, and all of the loot from your original chest will automatically go into your big chest. So you don't have to take all of the loot out, swap the chests around, and then put all the loot back in. So I had 3 prize tickets. It was time to get that lovely star drop tea. And that's 2 star drop teas we have now in the bag. We just have to wait now for someone's birthday. And if we can marry up, I'll just give them a loved gift. If I can get a loved gift for them with the 2 star drop teas, that will more or less max them out for marriage, hopefully. I'm also giving Gunther a lot more artifacts today. I just need 1 more dwarf scroll. That will give me the dwarven translation guide. We need that to talk to the dwarf, to make friends with the dwarf, and to get really cool items that the dwarf can sell, including a book of power, bombs, and other really cool stuff. So we're back down into the mid section of the mines today. I do come here a lot because, number 1, the dust sprites will drop coal, and coal is something I need all the time to smelt the ores into bars. I also need coal to smoke fish, so coal is more important than ever. I also need to get more iron ores to make iron bars, to make more, you guessed it, quality sprinklers. But we also need iron bars to make kegs. So to make kegs we need copper bars and iron bars. To make sprinklers we need iron bars and gold bars. So iron is something that is needed a lot. So I do go to the midsection of the mines quite a lot so I can make those things. As we can see, I now have a lot more quality sprinklers down on my farm. I also have a barn put on the farm as well. Because we're going the community centre route, I need lots of animal products. So animals are something you're going to see a lot of now over the next couple of days in this file. So we are going to attempt to marry Maru, and it was her birthday today, so I gave her the cauliflower because she loves those. I did save one from spring, and I also gave her 2 star drop teas, maxing her out at 8 hearts. So I can now go to Pierre's, I can get the flowers for her, and then she become my girlfriend. Then I just have to get 2 more hearts for her and we can get married. Picked up a pomegranate today. They're quite rare and I need those for community centre bundles. I'm also doing some cave fishing today with the fishing collection. So we got the ghost fish there and the stonefish. Went down to floor 60 and I picked up the ice pip. That's actually quite a difficult fish to catch. Not as hard as the lava eel though. I got that after a good few attempts on floor 100. So I'm going to put down lots of seeds today I got from the moss rain, and hopefully some of those will grow into fiddlehead fern trees and we can tap those for fiddlehead ferns, which should be really nice. I also went to the luau today. I had a gold star cauliflower. That's one of the best things you can put in the luau. Now if you don't have cauliflowers, you can always just get yourself a sturgeon too, because you can fish those up in summer, and that's a really nice thing you can put into the luau as well for maximum effect. So we got some mystery boxes today. They're really nice. We're also going to spend a great deal of time today fishing. Now this is just an attempt. I'm trying to get an octopus. They're extraordinarily hard to get, but we got there eventually and we pulled that up. And I probably won't attempt that again because they're just so hard, and I don't think they're worth the effort. So I'm going to buy a bouquet off Pierre today, and we're going to give that to Maru so she'll become our girlfriend. The book vendor also visited Stardew Valley today, and I did have 26,000 gold. So I wanted to buy Way Up the Window Part 1, and this increases my movement speed slightly, but the faster my character can move now, the easier. But for now, I'm just going to get the price catalogue and Way Up the Window Part 1. The reason why I want the price catalogue is so I can see the price of items. It just makes it easier for me to manage my items, especially if I want to work out what I need to sell, you know, to meet a certain threshold if I want to buy something. The travelling cart sold the pomegranate today. That was very lucky. I purchased that straight away. I also finished the wild medicine bundle because I had some fiddlehead ferns. I got some cookout kits for that, which was nice. I also went up to the pantry and I completed the rare crops bundle by putting in an aged fruit there, which was really nice. As a reward, I got back a preserve jar. I'll take that any day. And then for the bastard fishers bundle, I put in the lava eel and the octopus that I caught. But I got back some dish of the seas. They're going to come in very handy later on for the harder fish. Went back down to the mines today, and it's just our usual coal farming, iron ore farming, because we need those for kegs, for sprinklers, for smelting bars, for smoking fish. So many reasons why we have to go in there and do that. I also got a lot of crops today: summer spangles, tomatoes, poppies, hops, hot peppers. There's sunflower there as well. So we need some of those for community centre bundles. and I'm going to sell the rest then, which will go towards perfection. Went for another help wanted quest today, whereas Modius wanted us to go to the mines and slay another squid kid. Went back to the pantry, it was time to complete the summer crops bundle. So another bundle in the bag, a reward was a quality sprinkler. I was very happy with that now, to be honest. For the chef's bundle I had a few stuff, I had the poppy, and I'm going to have to wait now for the truffle. The truffle is going to be the decider on if we complete the community centre this year or not. Sometimes you get lucky, the travelling cart has a truffle, but to play it safe, I recommend you just spend the money, upgrade the barn, get yourself a pig if you want to do this in year 1. If you want to guarantee your chances in year 1, instead of relying on the travelling cart. I also got the red snapper today because it was rain. You could only get the red snapper on a rainy day in summer. So we went to the ocean fish bundle and we put in the sardine, the tuna, tilapia and the red snapper. I got a few warp totems to the beach, which was really nice. I also done the lake fish bundle because I managed to put up the sturgeon there. The reward was a dress spinner. I don't actually use that, I'm just going to sell that. So we're back into the mines and I went down here to look for the squid kid. I do find one eventually. I do get a lot more mushroom floors, which is good. More foraging XP for me. Eventually I do find the squid kid. I eliminate it. I'm going to speak to the wizard here and he's really happy about that. I'm also going to give him some loved gifts too, like a vine essence. That'll make him even happier. 350 gold in the bag. The wizard is happy and it's one step closer to that lovely prized ticket. Today all of the oak resins came to fruition and I also got a battery pack too for my lightning rod, so I was really happy about that. I can now make cakes because I got those oak resins. To make a cake you just need some wood, you need an iron bar, a copper bar and oak resin. So all of the starfruit I picked up, I decided to put most of it back into seed makers to get back some more starfruit seeds. This is going to come in fierce hand later because I didn't have a whole lot of kegs made right now and the starfruit was just going to stay there in the chest. So I decided to just rinse and repeat this, fill back up with my starfruit, and the remainder of the starfruit that I couldn't fit down at the farm, I will process that into starfruit wine. I'm also going to upgrade my pickaxe to a gold pickaxe. It's just going to make life in future Skull Cavern runs a lot easier for me. When all of this starfruit now is planted, the next time I harvest it, I will convert all that into starfruit wine. It's just going to save me a lot of money. I made 12 kegs today. What's let me down is wood, and it's always wood, to be honest. Not the bars, not the oak resins, it's wood. Now I could buy wood off Robin if I want, you know, and I could make a lot more cakes, but I wanted to keep that money for other projects, especially building upgrades. We do get level 10 farming though. We're going to select artisan. That means all artisan goods like wine for example and smoked fish are worth 40% more. It was time to cut down every single tree Stardew Valley had to offer. And when you start going on a tree cutting rampage like me, you'll notice very quickly there isn't a whole lot of trees in Stardew Valley. Well, there is, but once you have them all cut down, it takes a very long time for them to regrow. And then you have a couple of options that are available to you. You could buy one off Robin, and it's very cheap in year 1. That is a viable option. Or you could just wait for the trees to grow back, or you can make a tree farm because you have tree fertilizers. So I got a pale ale today. I need to sell one for perfection. I also need to give one to Pam for a quest. I'm going to put more hops into the kegs there now to make more pale ales. And it's actually quite profitable. Hop farming is actually very profitable because when the hops fully mature, you get to harvest the hop every single day until summer runs out. So it's a really nice way to make money. So we just gave Jodie there a quartz for a help wanted quest. We're now going to give Pam that pale ale that she's been so desperately asking for. It's going to be a lot of friendship points with Pam, which is nice. I'm going to make some tappers here. I was lucky enough to get 3 fiddlehead fern trees, and because I've tapped all these up now, they're going to produce fiddlehead ferns every couple of days, which is nice. I also made 16 mushroom logs. I'm going to put over here now to the left of the farm on their own. Eventually I will surround them with mystic trees and they will generate purple mushrooms then all of the time. It becomes a great money maker later on in the video. So I pulled up the wood skip today because I need that for the fishing collection. I also gave Robin her last axe because I totally forgot about it and I realised it was in my chest. So I said, why not? I need friendship points with Robin. I also gave Jodie here the cauliflower because she's been asking that since spring, and I just wanted get more friendship points with all of the Stardew Valley NPCs. Best way to do that is by completing quests and giving up gifts. A smoked super cucumber with artisan comes in at 15, almost 1600 gold, so it is nice to smoke those up for some extra money. The next day it was time to harvest all of the lovely summer forageables, where we get grapes, spice berries and sweet peas. I will turn all of those back into wild seeds, and just look at the sheer amount I get, 510 in total, which is a huge amount. I'm also going to make more quantity sprinklers, because the more sprinklers I can make now, the more summer wild seeds I can plant. If I want to marry the lovely Mario, I will have to upgrade my house. Unfortunately, the bachelorettes and bachelors of Stardew Valley will not move in with you unless you have a bigger house. So we're going to upgrade the house, but it's not all bad. We do get a fabulous wife, and we also get access to cooking, so it's all good. Steel hoe upgrade from Clint, and then it's off to Marty to purchase some animals. And we're going to start with Dairy Cow, and I will be naming all of the animals after my members, so if you want to be included in my videos, get the membership, it's quite cheap. Duck Pineapple will be the first Dairy Cow, and the Awkward Brib will be our first goat. We are then back to money making, so we're just pulling up more super cucumbers here, and normally what I'm doing is I'm pulling one up, I'm going to smoke it, I continue fishing, rinse and repeat. So I just kind of need the one smoker, and I can accumulate lots of smoked fish that way, instead of trying to make 4 or 5 smokers, because they're quite hard to make, because you need the jellies to make them, and the jellies are quite rare. So I'm getting maple syrups today. Now you need maple syrups to make beehives, but I'm also going to sell one as well, just for the perfection, just to sell one of everything. I'm going to cut down all of my mahogany trees now today, the ones that have grown, to get lots of hardwood. So today we are putting up more fish. I got the rainbow trout today, which we need for the fishing collection. I also got the elusive dorado, and that is quite rare. It's probably one of the rarest summer fish that you could pull up, but I do need that if I want to get the star drop off Willy. It was time for another help wanted quest, and Sebastian wanted a sunfish, so I gave him a sunfish and I got back a prize ticket, which was really nice. Who cares about the 90 gold? It was then back down to the midsections of the mines yet again to get the resources. Now killing the dust sprites is still a real good way to get early monster eradication goals done, because if I kill 500 dust sprites, I would get a burglary. And in my opinion, in terms of loot, in terms of money making when it comes to doing dungeon crawls, the burger ring is one of the best rings in the game. So I am going to get all of these mushrooms now and turn them into fall seeds, and I get to use those in fall. The seed makers are a magnificent machine that can turn your regular common mushrooms into fall seeds. It's such a great way to make money. I'm going to make 4 bee houses, and I'm going to try to set them up now in fall with the fairy roses to get fairy rose honey. So we'll start making bee houses now to get that set up for the real nice money maker later on. So I've accumulated quite a number of mystery boxes, and we're going to get Clint to break open lots of those. I'm also going to donate even more minerals now and artifacts to Gunther in the hopes that he gives me the key to the source soon, how we can talk to Chromus and access his lovely wares. So I gave Mario a battery pack today, got her up to 9 out of 10 hearts. I just have to get one more heart now with Mario, and then we can get married. So today I got 4 quantity sprinklers for a prize ticket. What I really want though is that book of friendship. That's a game changer. The house got a little bit bigger today, which was nice. We now have access to cooking, but it also means when we get married to Max Heart, we can get married. Marty will move in with us. I'm also going to Robin, and this time we're going to upgrade our barn to a deluxe barn. I do need to get the pig now, because it takes a good couple of weeks for the pig to mature, and then I can get the truffle, so I don't have to worry about community center completion in year 1. So today it was the trout derby, and a great tactic now for this is to get the first trout, put it into the bait maker, and then put that bait into your rod. That will dramatically increase the odds that when you get a hook, it's going to be a rainbow trout and not some other randomer fish. Every time you put up a rainbow trout, there's a very high chance you'll get a golden tag, and the more golden tags we get, the more rewards we are going to get. So we're getting crab pots, cookout kits, mystery boxes. We're also going to get diamonds as well. You get some really good rewards from this. The mounted trout is a really good aesthetic you can put inside your house. Triple shot espressos are really nice for Skull Cavern runs, and the bucket hat is one of my new favourite hats. Just look at me go, I am styling right now. I'm going to make more cakes, That means more money because I can convert more starfruit into starfruit wine. I'm going to take all these kegs up. It's time to move them into the barn. I'm sure the cows and the pigs and the goats won't mind. Clint wanted a pufferfish as part of a help wanted quest, so I gave him one of those, and Clint was happy out, of course. I got 600 gold for doing that quest, which wasn't too bad. I'm also going back to Pierre here now, and I'm going to purchase some rice because I needed to make a mackie roll. And to make a mackie roll, you just need any sort of fish, you need some rice, and you need some seaweed, so it's quite easy to make. And I needed that for one of the community centre bundles. I also got rid of the rest of the debris on my farm here, and what I have now is a huge, giant, almost empty farm. But the great thing about this is that the grass is now going to regrow exponentially, and I can also make some tree farms. That tree farm that I made, I'm going to cut down all those trees, it's going to give me back thousands of wood. So I give Maru another love gift today that maximizes her friendship. Now I just have to wait for a rainy day, and I'll be able to get that mermaid pendant for Maru and we can get married. So I tried to go to Marley today to buy more animals. I really wanted to buy the pig, but she wasn't at her counter. I did go back up to Robin though, and I purchased a coop, so we get some chickens, we get some ducks, we get some rabbits. I also went up to the lake area today. Haley wanted a carp, so I just put one of those, and that's going to be more friendship points with Haley there as well. But we're just doing it for the prize tickets because I really wanted to get the Book of Power. So I'm going to buy some salads today off Gus. It is time. We're actually way overdue to do a decent Skull Cavern run. The Iridium bars, especially when we maximize mining to get that to level 10, get the blacksmithing perk, those Iridium bars will sell for 1500 gold a pop. Despite the fact that Concerned Ape has brought in lots of money makers with professions in 1.6, Iridium bars are still a great way to make money. While we're in the desert though, we're going to get the sandfish and the scorpion carp, which we need for our fishing collection. So we're getting there now with the fishing collection. For the artisan bundle, I had the apple, the pomegranate, the cloth, the orange, the peach, and I also had some honey for putting down some bee houses. So that was on a bundle completed. All that was left now was the animal bundle and the fall crops bundle. In terms of the chef bundle, the egg will be easy enough to get, just have to get chickens for that. But the truffle, I needed to get a pig, and I really needed Mary now to make a move so I could buy some animals off her. Today we'll do a Skull Cavern run, and I got a few treasure rooms, which is nice. Artifact troves are nice to get out of treasure chests. I got lucky though, and I finally got my first prismatic shard. Now it did take almost 2 months for me to get this. So normally I get this in spring, but the prismatic shard has been slightly nerfed. It is a bit harder to get. The next day though, just take a nice look at this. All of these lovely summer forageables ready to be collected. We're going to get a lot of forageable XP from this. But look at all the wild seeds I get to make here. 780 wild seeds in total. Now this is 25th of summer, so I can't replant those. Instead, I'll convert some into tea saplings maybe, and I'll just sell the rest. So I'm going to buy lots and lots of wheat because I don't want to have to re-hoe the ground in fall. So all of the free farming spots I have now will be filled up with wheat. And I'll get a mill then off Robin soon. We can convert the meat into flour. We can turn that into bread. We can make some nice big profits. The mushroom logs are really good. Every couple of days they'll generate mushrooms. I can just sell those, or I can just convert them. I'm going to go back to the desert with my prismatic shard, convert that into a galaxy sword, and that will also unlock the galaxy series with Marlin. So if I want to get a galaxy hammer, I can. A train passed through Stardew Valley, so I ran up in the hopes I get something nice. And I got a few bits and bobs. I got some iron, copper, some stone. That was it though. Sebastian came up too, take a look at the train, so it was nice to see him up there. I got a chipped amphora today, poured it off the ground, so I can give that to Gunther. I also purchased a combat quantity just to get some more skill ups there for my combat. In order to get mastery and to get the really good items, I need to max out all of my skills, and combat was severely lacking right now, so that's why I purchased that skill book. It was time for another help wanted quest. This time the reward was a prize ticket. Just had to kill 3 of those crabs down in the mines. Today was raided, so I went to the old marina here, paid 5,000 gold, got the mermaid's pendant, and then I went to Gunther and gave him a few more things I got from Skull Cavern, So I got some bones there for killing the dinosaurs, got a strange dog, got a few other bits and bobs. And I'm hoping now that will be enough to get the key to the source. I also wasn't finished there though, there was still more stuff for Clint to break open. So I got to break open all the artifact troves that I got, the Omni Geodes, the regular Geodes. I wanted to talk to Gunther and ask him for permission to marry Maru. He was a bit confused, that was good enough for me. I was off into Maru's room to ask the big question. She accepted. Fabulous. Maru was going to be my new wife. I spent the rest of the day cutting down tons of trees on my farm. The tree fertilizer really came true for me, and I had lots of trees here now I get to cut down. This was going to give me hundreds upon hundreds of wood. I can use all this wood now to make even more kegs. That means more starfruit wine and a lot more money for me. I also had some mahogany trees that grew as well, so I cut those down for extra hardwood. So I got some goat milk and I got some regular cow's milk today. And I'm just going to convert that into cheese. And it's just a couple of reasons I want to do that. Cheese is actually a great food to bring into these skull caverns. Gunther visited me the next day. He gave me the rusty key. I can now go down to the source of Ekrobus. My starfruits have now fully grown. It is the 27th of summer though. So this would be the last harvest of starfruit we're going to see for a while, unfortunately. But not to worry. We get to turn all that into starfruit wine for some serious money. We're going to go to Robin now and we're going to upgrade our coop to a big coop. And we're also going to go to Barney and we're going to purchase a pig. Shout out to next channel member. Alexandria gets to be our lovely Stardew Valley 1.6 pig. Big shout out to Alexandria there. We're also going to follow up with a lot more animals. So here comes a huge list of member shout outs. Fallon, you get to be a sheep. DJ Guardian gets to be a white chicken. Katie Potato gets to be a white chicken. Mania Iliana gets to be a white chicken. Valiant Chicken gets to be a white chicken. You'll be the boss of the white chickens. Pink Blossom, Marastic and Sabrina all get to be cows. Vice City gets to be a brown cow. Taylor H gets to be a white cow. Ashley Harris also gets to be a white cow. And Bonkers Busy gets to be a brown cow. Following up, Dara, guess what? You get to be a white cow. Now, let's pet our lovely animals. And I just want to take this opportunity to tell my channel members, thanks so much for supporting me. The least I can do is make sure that your animal counterparts remain happy and safe on our lovely Stardew Valley 1.6 farm. So we're going back into the secret woods, we're going to cut down some hardwood stumps and we're going to call it a day. If we click on the moon there, it turns into an angry face moon. Who knew the moon was angry? The next day we get our ancient fruit, we also get a lot of oak resins. This means we can make more cakes. So today I'm getting wild plums, cherries, spice berries, and I also got an apple, which was really nice because I need that for the community centre bundle. I went back to the desert today, but this time I went back just to get some coconuts, cactus fruits, and staircases. I had a lot of jades accumulated, so I'm going to train those in for staircases. I'm going to get lots of mushrooms now from these mushroom blogs, and the common mushrooms can be converted into fall wild seeds. I'm going to sell all of my weapons and boots I don't need anymore to Marlin, just to get some more money. And we're going to go back down into the regular versions of the mines here. And I'm just going to farm some iron ores. Now this iron ore primarily will be used to make bombs for an upcoming Skull Cavern run. We're finishing off summer now. Me and the wife Maru, we have the lovely event here of the Moonlight Jellies. I made 90,000 gold today. Primarily that was just selling the first batch of starfruit wine. And we're kicking off fall with our fabulous wedding. And everybody has assembled in town to wish us well. So in fall now, we can't really plant a whole lot of crops at the moment because wheat has grown, but that's only going to take a few days. And when that wheat is harvested, I can then just put down some pumpkins and other bits and bobs. Not to worry though, our main source of money this season will come from starfruit wine because we have so much starfruit now accumulated and we're going to make more and more kegs every couple of days. We're going to see the big money roll in very quickly. So we're going to pay Pierre a visit, we're going to purchase a huge array of different types of crops. I'm also going to get a good handful of fairy roses. We can combine those with the bee houses to make some really nice honey. I'm also going to make some worm mints and upgrade those to deluxe worm mints now that I have moss. That's possible, and these will generate deluxe bait every single day. I'm going to cut down more mahogany trees here now as well because I desperately need the hardwood. And I also really want to max out my foraging skill to get that to level 10. Having a look at the help wanted quest, George is looking for an eggplant. That is impossible to do because it takes a good few days to grow an eggplant and I'm not going to have it grown in time. So we just have to wait. I gave Penny a sandfish for her birthday. She was really happy with that, and she also complimented me on the wedding I had with Mario, so I thought that was a nice touch. I went down to Chrobus to say hi. Chrobus is going to be our new best friend, and I purchased the star job off him. Since I was down here, I also pulled up the mutant carp, which is another legendary fish, and we'll get to smoke that up as well. We now have access to the community boards, and we got some really cool quests here we can do with this. The first quest we're going to go with is aquatic overpopulation because I want to get the farm computer recipe off Demetrius there. But the smoked mutant carp, I got almost 6,300 gold, and that's alright, you know, for the legendary fish. The next day, all of our lovely wheat is well on the way. One more day and I should be able to harvest that. I hold up a new book of power called Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Thick, and this would give me a permanent increase to my defense of +1. That's a game changer right there. We're pulling up more fish today for the fishing collection. Just got the albacore there, which was nice. We spent the rest of the night just fishing. So for aquatic overpopulation, I actually had to get albacores, so that was nice as well. The next day, Demetrius tells me out the recipe for the farm computer. So another help wanted quest, it was another squid kid. I don't know what the people of Stardew Valley have against squid kids, but that must have been the 3rd or 4th time I've received that quest to go and murder a helpless squid kid living down in the mines. So I do more fishing today. I got the salmon, that's needed for the fishing collection. I also pulled up the angler, which is the big fall legendary fish, and we can smoke that up as well and sell it. So I'm going to go ahead now and purchase a ton of pumpkin seeds. I'm going to plant these at the farm because I'm going to get rid of all the hay very soon. I'm also going to go to Robin and we are going to get a silo, because a silo is something I haven't invested in yet, and because I have so many animals, I feel like I should have at least one silo just in case I get a rainy day and the animals don't get cranky. So today I'm going to fill up the farm with fabulous pumpkins, and then that night I pull up my very first midnight carp, which is also needed for the fishing collection. If I see trees, I do tend to cut them down straight away because not only do I need lots of wood, but I really want to get level 10 foraging. I got extraordinarily lucky today. I managed to hoe up a dinosaur egg. I was so happy about that. I will now go ahead and incubate that, and I'll have a dinosaur on the farm. The next dinosaur egg that he generates, I will then give that to Gunther. I also got the walleye, so I can now finish off the fish tank, and that is another community center room completed. So the Junimos are going to fix up the fish tank. They're also going to get rid of the boulder that was blocking water flow from the mines, and that will give us the ability to pan. So I got a gold bar for killing the squid kid, which was nice. I just have to talk to the wizard again, get some more nice friendship points, and a prize ticket. So I believe I now have enough prize tickets to get that nice book of power, which is the friendship book, and that will increase the friendship points I get by doing quests, talking to the NPCs around Stardew Valley. So it just makes it a little bit easier to reach perfection. So today we got lots of wild honey. Soon that will be fair rose honey. That sells for a lot more. I also made some mushroom logs. I'm just going to increase my little mushroom log farm here as well. I'm going to incubate that dinosaur egg, and I'm going to pick up all of the regular eggs that my chickens have laid. We're then going to pay Robin a visit, and we are going to construct another building here. We're going to upgrade our big coop to a deluxe coop. This way we can now get our hands on rabbits, and rabbits are really good for getting friendship up with people because they can give you the rabbit's foot. I'm also going to get ducks as well. I'm going to call this duck Pantox. That is another Gamergar channel member. Thank you so much for supporting me. So I completed the fall bundle now for the forageables, and I got back some fall seeds there, which is nice. Because I haven't put common mushrooms into the seed makers, I actually have a huge amount of fall wild seeds ready to be deployed. And then that's going to come in so handy now very soon. So I get lots of starfruit wines today. I also had a look at the travelling cart to see if she had anything good, and she had stuffing. And the reason why I purchased stuffing is because I need it for one of the community center bundles. It was included in one of the remixed bundles. So today I had a quest to take out 2 ghosts, so it was back down into the mines to do some ghost slaying activities. But if I saw regular slimes or dust sprites or iron deposits, I would grab those as well, as all those would be needed to get perfection. Once the ghosts were taken care of, it was time to go back to the lovely wizard, have a nice chat with him, and get that lovely reward. I'm also going to give the wizard a solar essence as well, because that's another item that he loves. 500 gold for beating the ghosts, which was alright. I made over 85,000 gold today from selling starfruit wine. The next day it was blackberry season, so I spent a good portion of today getting blackberries, and if I saw trees I just cut them down to get the wood as well. I also went to Robin too, and it was time to get a mill, because I wanted to convert all of that lovely wheat that I sowed into flour, and then I could turn the flour into bread to make a pretty good profit. Because there was so much wheat there, I would make some decent money from it. The book vendor came back to Stardew Valley, so I purchased the Book of Stars, and I also purchased Combat Quarterly, because I really wanted to reach mastery, and I needed to really sort out my combat, needed to get that up to 10 as quickly as possible. I also purchased Way of the Wind Part 2, and I also got the Woodcutter Weekly for Forging XP, and the Oscillator Legs, so I move faster when I go through debris or when I go through crops. So all of these books of power will greatly help me achieve perfection. It's also noting too that when the text says you've learned a new power, that means you've learned an actual skill that you get to keep for the rest of the game through that book. But if it says, you know, you've learned something about combat or you know something about foraging, it doesn't mean you get a level up. You only get a level up with a skill when it says that you have to sleep on something. Just to kind of clarify that for people. So I now had enough prize tickets gathered to get this magnificent Book of Power, the Friendship 101, and this means future interactions with NPCs now will get me more friendship points, so it just makes maximising the friendships with NPCs a little bit easier. So we had Rock Rejuvenation and a Curious Substance. We'll take the Curious Substance quest here for the wizard, because if we complete this quest, he will teach us the mini warp obelisk, which is really handy to have at the farm. I managed to get the ectoplasm there for the first ghost fought today, which is really lucky. I also got level 10 foraging, so I'm now going to select botanist. When I got level 10 mining, normally I go with blacksmith, because the 50% increase for bars is a game changer. But I was really struggling with coal, because I was smoking a lot of fish for money, so I decided to go with prospector, which increases the odds of me getting coal. And that actually helps me greatly. I can always just accumulate bars and leave them in my chest, and when I want to sell them later on, I can just respec using the statue down at the source. So I completed the Curious Substance, that makes the wizard happy. We're then going to harvest all of these lovely fall forageables on our farm, and I get to turn all those back into fall wild seeds so we can replant them. For the bulletin board, I finally had the blackberries, and I had the wild plums gathered, so that was 3 tappers in the bag for me. I then went down and made over 370 fall wild seeds, like they can go right back into the farm for more glorious foraging XP. And even though we're not going to get any extra forage XP right now, when we unlock mastery and I start pulling up all these forageables, it will count towards mastery. I just hope I can get mastery before I have to pull these up out of the ground. The next day it was time finally for a skull cavern run. I had lots of bombs assembled, I had staircases, I had buff food. I was ready to go with a good decent run. I got tons upon tons of iridium ores today. But I didn't come into Skull Caverns to get iridium ores. I came in specifically to slay monsters to increase my combat level. I did get a combat quality down here, which is really nice. But I really wanted to maximize my combat skill so I could get the lovely endgame mastery items. All of the mastery perks are absolutely insane. It doesn't matter what profession you go with, they're all fantastic money makers. I got lots of prismatic shards today as well. I got lots of resources all around. Copper, iron, gold, iridium. I got level 9 combat plus 5 HP. I can now make iridium bands, which is really nice. I just needed one more level in combat, and I could then start attempting to get mastery levels so I can get the most powerful perks in the game. It was time to think about more ways I could make money, and because I had the autopetter now, and I was going to get an autographer very soon, I decided to put down some mayonnaise machines to start converting all my eggs into mayonnaise. That would also benefit from the artisan profession as well. So I put all of the hay I got into the mill. That's going to give back flour now the next day, and I finally got some truffles here off the lovely pig Alexandra. Thank you very much. So we can now go to the chef's bundle We're going to put in the truffle there as well, and the fried egg. And that is the chef's bundle completed. The reward was a pig cake. Not bad, it is a nice item for health and energy. For the enchanter's bundle, I just needed a pomegranate, so hopefully I'll get that inside my back cave. For the winter star bundle, I need either 5 holly, a plum pudding, or some powder melons. I will get those in winter eventually. The holly will be simple enough, or the powder melons. We're going to pay Robin a visit today. We're going together to build this slime hutch, and the reason for the slime hutch isn't because I want to raise slimes. I just want the possibility of a slain slime to potentially drop a slime egg, because the slime eggs sell for really nice money. So I sold a lot of stuff today. The Fair Rose honey with artisan is selling for 952 gold, which is amazing. I got back over 500 wheat flour today. So I'm going to bring that straight into my house, and I'm going to cook that up. I'm going to make tons of bread. The bread is a little bit more profitable than the wheat flour, so I'm going to sell all that bread now, and that's going to make me tons of money. I had a look at the Help Wanted quest today. Leah was looking for an extra cactus fruit laying around, and I had cactuses to burn. It's going to be an easy quest there with Leah. Another bundle complete there, that was the animal bundle. I got a cheese press, which was nice. So I'm going back down to the mines today, and I'm looking for gold. The reason why I want gold is because I want to make some more sprinklers. I want to see if I can just fill out the farm with sprinklers, so come here too, I can make some serious money. I also wanted to focus on some of the monster eradication goals, and when enemies like this drop iridium bars, it's always just so nice. I also wanted to max out my combat skill, so I figured if I killed a few more enemies, I might get it to level 10, and sure enough I did. I got over 30,000 gold for the bread, which is amazing. I also maxed out my combat, which means I can now start going for mastery levels. That's going to be very exciting indeed. Now when you unlock mastery, you cannot select an endgame perk straight away. You have to obtain the first mastery level. In order to get a mastery level, you simply just have to use all your professions the same way that you'd use them if you're trying to level them up. The great thing about mastery is that you can fish, forage, mine, kill monsters, and that will all count towards mastery levels. So it's quite easy to get mastery levels. So we're going to buy some rabbits today, and it's time for some more member shoutouts. The only thing is that I've run out of members, so I couldn't do a member shoutout there. So if you've made it this far into the video, consider becoming a GamerGar member, and I'll shout you out then in the future when I punch the video if I'm using animals. If I'm not using animals, I'll figure out some other way to shout you out. I might call you after with a weapon or some sort of a mod or something like that. But consider membership anyway, it's only a few euro per month. So I finished the fall bundle now today. I get a bee house as a reward, that was really nice. And that now is the pantry fully done. This one unlocked the greenhouse for us, and the greenhouse is absolutely amazing. We can put anything we want into the greenhouse, doesn't matter what season it is. So for example, starfruit, and we can go to Sandy anytime we want now in the desert. We can buy starfruit if we want, put that into the greenhouse, and that's going to be even more money for us going forward. When we get to Ginger Island, that's more or less another giant greenhouse, so we can have starfruit going over there all year round, no hassle at all. So what we're doing here now is basically monster eradication goals, but also trying to increase mastery skills too by slaying monsters. At the end of the day, we have our lovely Junimos working hard to fix up the greenhouse. And you might notice too that the raccoon there ran out of the broken greenhouse. And we're going to have to try to make a home for him very soon and help him grow a huge, big, loving family. So I went down to the Statue of Uncertainty today, and I'm just going to respec a couple of skills there. I want to get some more money, so I'm going to respec into the blacksmith perk, and I'm just going to sell my iridium bars to get tons more money for those, because the bars will increase from 1,000 gold to 1,500 gold, and that's a game changer right there. So we're still harvesting our starfruit wine, and we're putting more regular starfruit back into the kegs to make even more money. We're going to get tons of money from this. I also had some cheese presses today because the cows and the goats are starting to accumulate a lot of cheese now on a daily and every 2 days basis. So it's time to make us some decent cheese. I also respected the blacksmith right there as well. And at the end of the day, I made 345,000 gold, primarily from selling starfruit wine, of course, with a few other bits and bobs. But starfruit wine is still probably one of the best money makers in the game. Very hard to compare it to other methods. And there are a lot of other methods you can use to make money, but starfruit wine is just a bit broken. So today we are getting cheese, we're getting mushrooms, we're getting fall forageables. It's just a great day for collecting stuff, selling stuff, making even more money. I made over 900 fall seeds today, which is just insane. We also have the Stardew Valley Fair. So we got a prismatic shard, we got a iridium bar, Chipper's espresso, we got a super cucumber, the diamond, the starfruit wine, we got a regular starfruit, and we've got some milk as well. We got a rating of first place of 107. That's 1,000 star tokens right there. We'll gamble those until we get enough star tokens to buy up all the goodies. Now, because we have the 1.6, there's also a prize ticket you can buy off that vendor as well, just really nice. But the first thing we're going to get is the star drop. The next day, the pumpkins came to fruition, so we're going to harvest up all the pumpkins, and now it's time to select the mastery. I'm going to go with the foraging mastery, because I really want to try out those mystic trees. I want to see if I can abuse those, because the mystic syrup, if you tap those trees, it says for 1,000 gold a pop. We also get a chance to get gold mystery boxes. You can get some very good things inside those. To make a mystic tree seed, I need acorns, maple seeds, pine cones, and mahogany seeds, but we need a few of each type of seed. So despite the fact that I have been saving up seeds, I was only able to make 11 of these, which isn't bad, but I would have liked to make more. I didn't process any pumpkins today. I just sold them as they are because I still have a lot of starfruit to process, and the pumpkins would have just been left in the chest, and it would have been a long time before I got to them. So I decided to just get huge amounts of money now rather than process the pumpkins later. I went to Clint today. He's going to break open some mystery boxes for us. I was hoping for the Book of Power that increases the odds of getting more mystery boxes, but for some reason it's very rare for me in this playthrough. I got it no problem at all on my first 100 day video, but I don't know if concerned it made a few tweaks, but it is very hard to get now in my opinion. I just completed the Enchanter's bundle there. As a reward, I'm going to get 5 gold bars, which isn't too bad. It was just the Winter Star bundle now that was left. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pay Robin a visit. We're going to get Robin to build us a shed so we can put all of our cakes inside there. Because I feel bad about the cows and the pigs and everything else that are in the barns. Also, it just makes it a little bit easier to harvest all of the starfruit because the shed isn't going to have any animals inside it. I then decided to go back down to the mines, and we're going to do the community quest here for Clint, and we're going to try to accumulate bug meat. So we just have to sell loads of bugs for that. But these bugs will now occasionally drop golden mystery boxes. You get some good things in those. I'm also getting Pharaoh's honey today as well. That's going to be a nice money maker right there. And we're back into the mines getting even more bug meat to see if we can get this quest done and dusted. We're also going to get nice money for this once we submit all the bug meat. The reward is a whopping 3,000 gold, which isn't bad for killing bugs. The next day, our mushroom logs are ready. Once those mystic trees are fully grown, there's a very good chance a lot of those mushroom logs will generate purple mushrooms, and we can then get some dehydrators and we can dehydrate the purple mushrooms to make some really good money that way as well. We're now going to upgrade our shed to a big shed, and then we're going to pop into Pierre's here and we're going to purchase the dehydrator recipe. Now it does cost 10,000 gold, but any combination of mushrooms or any sort of fruit you put into that and you dehydrate it, you're guaranteed to get back a profit. Now the only thing about these machines is that they take almost a whole day to process an item for you. So if you really want to profit greatly from dehydrators, you're better off to make maybe 5 or 10 of them and just line them all up. So it was time to fix up to tree stump today so we can help our raccoon friend get set up in Stardew Valley. I just needed 100 pieces of hardwood, and because I've been growing mahogany trees and going to the secret woods all the time to accumulate hardwood, that was easy enough to do. A few days from now our raccoon will move in and he'll give us some cool quests to do. Today started with a collection of oak resins, our lovely aged fruit, and because we're now on the 21st of fall, I wasn't really going to plant any more crops. I decided to plant a ton of wheat. That would just take a few days to grow. We can then put that into the mill, we can turn it into flour and then turn it into bread. The bookshop vendor came back to Stardew Valley. This time we're going to purchase Horse the Book for 25,000 gold. I had lots of money, so why not? It was another Book of Power added to our lovely skill tree. I'm also going to get some skill books here too, just to speed up the whole mastery gains. So we're going to get the Woodcutters Weekly, we're going to get the Mining Monthly, we're going to get the Bait Bobber. They will all go towards mastery. Every single mastery tier I unlock from now on is going to be a great money maker for me. I'm just not too sure right now which master tier I'm going to go for, but I still had a long way to go to reach level 2 mastery. For now, we'll just take another quest, and Fragments of the Past seems like the perfect quest for us. We needed 100 pieces of bone. Without access to Ginger Island, that can be quite grindy because we have to kill the skellies on floor 70. But for now, let's talk to this lovely raccoon. He wants a smoked bullhead, and he wants 5 of those beach forageables, the cockles. Now, it doesn't have to be a smoked bullhead. You can give that raccoon any smoked fish you want to complete that slot. But we will have to pick up 5 of these cockles, alright. To speed up progression of the cockles, we can just get some crab pots, put them down at the beach, and there's a good chance that those crab pots then will nab a nice cockle for us. I'm also going to put a few crab pots down by the river as well, just so I can get the other fish I need for the fishing collection. And then, while we're waiting for the crab pots to secure those nice fishies for us, we're going to go down to the mines and we're going to kill some skeletons here, get some bone fragments. We need 100 in total to complete that quest with the wizard. But the reward will be worth it. The bone mill is very good for farmers. It gives speed grows, it gives fertilizers, it gives tree fertilizers, it gives amazing things. So I went back to the raccoon the next day. I'm going to give him a smoked chub. I know he wants a smoked bullfish, but he's starving. He won't mind what fish you give him as long as it's smoked. Give him the 5 cockles as well. He's going to give me some powder melon seeds. And what I love about this is the fact that we're in fall, the raccoon is smart enough to know that if he was to give me, we'll say, broccoli seeds, I'm not going to have enough time to grow those in fall. That's why he's giving me powder melon seeds. The raccoon is smart enough to know that winter is just around the corner, so he will give you items that will, suit you depending on what season you're in. That's the great thing about the raccoon. The raccoon can also give you things like star drop teas and other great stuff, so it's always worth doing the raccoon quests. And the more quests you do, the more amazing perks you're going to unlock with that raccoon. So take my advice, if you've unlocked the raccoon, just do all the quests. It's going to pay off greatly by the time you get to all of the lovely end game quests with that raccoon. So we're going to get Robin to make a fish pot for us today. It just takes 2 days, but I wanted to add some more variety to my farm, and I thought a few fish pods would be the way to go. I then went to the barn here. I'm going to pickaxe up all these kegs. I'm going to move them into the big shed. I figured my animals would appreciate the space if I just cleaned up the barn a little bit and moved all these kegs away. The next day, Gunther rewarded me with the bone mill for getting me all those bone fragments. I'm also picking up dried common mushrooms here, and they will sell for more than what 5 common mushrooms are worth. And that's 5 Iridium Star common mushrooms as well, so it's a really nice machine, the dehydrator. So I'm going to do some lava eel fishing today, and I also come down here with a bait maker as well. So I'm going to put the first lava eel into the bait maker to get back lava eel bait. That will dramatically increase the odds of me getting lava eels in the future over trash. Now, I did make a video recently talking about the best fishing setups, and going forward, if I come down here to fish, I will also bring down a recycling machine. So if I pull up trash, I can just put that straight into the recycling machine, and I might get back coal as well. I can always bring down a fish smoker with me as well. So I'm going to make some iridium bands today, 2 in total. That is going to increase my attack power by 20%. It's going to give me some light, but it's also going to give me some magnetism. And magnetism is always so handy to, go into dungeons with, or even just going around Stardew Valley for cutting down trees or stuff. It's just nice to have those items float towards you. So I'm going to do a few quests today. I'm going to pick up Linus's berry basket, give that to him. I'm also going to put a battery into this little switch here, and this activates a key quest chain. So you don't actually need the secret letter to activate that quest chain. You can get to the casino way earlier in the game if you want, just so you know. I'm also going to cut down some trees here if I see them, and then we are going to go to the Halloween event. We're going to purchase the rare crow there as well, and we're going to do the maze. Now the maze stays the same in year 1, but it does dramatically change in year 2, just so you know. It was quite a surprise when I saw it there a few months ago. So I'm giving Mara some gifts today. I need to accumulate more stars in my wife in order for her to give me a star drop. So we're going to continually work on Maru, make sure she's super happy. Today it's another beautiful day because we're getting Fairy Rose Honey. I'm also going to purchase the Snowman Rare Crow here from the Shopping Cart, because I need to get all of the Rare Crows to learn the Deluxe Rare Crow. That's needed for perfection. I also went into Secret Woods with my Sweet Chef Berry. I gave that to the statue for another star drop, which was nice. We're going to visit the desert trader today. I'm going to give her tons of jades so I get back staircases so we can do another skull cavern run soon enough. It's the last day of fall, so I'm going to harvest up all of this wheat and we get to convert this now to make a pretty good profit. So we're actually very close to 1 billion gold, so before the year is out we might treat ourselves to a couple of warm obelisks if we can afford those. The only reason I didn't make more money up until this point is because I didn't go to Jojo route. If I went to Jojo route, I would have had a ginger island farm set up with starfruit. We would have made way more money. But we already done the Jojo route. We have to now get perfection using the community center route. That's just the way it goes. So I went into the greenhouse today and I'm going to set up a really cool I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. It was a new moment, okay? I thought for a second that I could put bee houses in here and fairy roses and have fairy rose honey all year round. I was wrong. Do not repeat what I did. Do not put your bee house inside your greenhouse. It will not work. So I'm just going to blame that on sleep deprivation because I have 2 kids. I just made a doobie mistake there. Just ignore it. Never happened. So I finally got a star drop off my wife. Thank you very much, Maru. Good luck to you. We are now on the first day of winter, so we're now going through the last stretch of the challenge, but there's still a lot of stuff to cover, so buckle up. I'm going to make lots of bread today. We're going to sell this, make lots of money. We have over 1 million gold. We're going to play hide and seek with Crocus here. He's going to give us the magnifying glass. This will give us access to all of the secret notes, and some of those secret notes are extremely powerful. They give some real good perks. It's time to choose another community quest. We are going to go with Cave Patrol and we're going to murder some innocent dust sprites because we want coal. We also want that burglar ring. We also get an iridium pickaxe off Clint. Thank you very much. We can now one-shot nodes in the Skull Cavern. We're also picking up forage mills here now as well because I need to get the forage mills to complete the community centre. I also need either 5 powder melons or 5 pieces of holly so we can finally get to Ginger Island and access the powerful perks within. We're also going to the Secret Woods and we're accumulating more hardwood because we need lots of hardwood to fix up the boat. So I needed a snow yam to finish off the winter foraging bundle. Didn't get any snow yams today, but I will have a gander tomorrow to see if I can hoe any up from the ground. I plant some powder melons, move on to the next day. I managed to hoe up a snow yam, which was great. We can bring that straight up to the community centre to finish out another bundle. The reward for that now is going to be some winter wild seeds, which is really nice. We can plant those on the farm and we get some winter forageables going as well. So that is another room complete. The Junimos are super happy. That's going to unlock the bridge for us, which is nice. We're also going to complete the bulletin board as well, and that is going to complete the entirety of the community centre. So we basically have the whole month of winter now to get into Ginger Island and see how well we can do over there. We can also access the quarry cave as well, and we get some cool stuff in there too. My mystic trees have now fully grown. I'm going to tap these up. Every couple of days they give me mystic startups. We're now going to speak to the raccoon. He wants a dried powder melon and he wants cactus fruit jelly. The jelly will be easy enough, but he's going to have to wait for the powder melons because they're grown at the moment on the farm. We're also going to attempt the glacier fish. In my opinion, I think it's the hardest fish in the game. Way harder than the legend. It took me 2 goes to get that, so I was happy I got it on a second attempt. We now get the great cutscene here of the completion of the remixed community centre. We're going to get a cool trophy. Not as good as the Georgia machine, but hey, it's a trophy, it's a nice decoration, right? Time for another help wanted quest. Robin wants 35 pieces of wood. Easy enough. We're also going to pull up some fish here too to see if we can complete the fishing collection. So Willie will give us that star drop. We're quite close to that now. We're going to smoke up the glacier fish to get some extra money. We're also going to smoke up some link cods, other bits and bobs as well. I also put up a squid that night. We also need that for the fishing collection. The next day, I got a lot of purple mushrooms because of the mystic trees. But there's still a lot more mystic trees I can plant to increase the odds of those mushroom logs generate purple mushrooms. We're now doing some cave runs. We're eliminating some dust sprites to see if we can complete that community quest. Once all the dust sprites have been eliminated, we get 6,000 gold for that quest completion. Thanks so much, Clint. We're now going to go to the quarry because the bridge is fixed, and the quarry now is a great place to get coal because there's lots of coal nodes over here. If you exhaust all of the resources outside, you can go to an area here and this spawns coal every single day. So if you're really stuck on coal, you can come here and get coal all of the time. We're now going to grab our golden scythe. It's a little bit better than the regular scythe. It hits for a little bit more damage and it does have better harvesting rates on it, and it also has much greater range. But hopefully, sooner rather than later, we can get our hands on the iridium scythe. But for now, we're going to go with combat mastery because I want the trinkets. I also want those heavy furnaces because they're just amazing, and we have lots of ores we need to smelt. I made a huge amount of money today, primarily from selling starfruit wine, over 240,000 gold. The next day, for completing the community quest for Clint for killing dust sprites, he gave me a jewel crusher. Jewel crusher can now be used without the use of coal. So you can now spam jewel crushers if you really want to bang out those artifacts and minerals. You don't want to wait around for Clint to do it. We also fixed up the boat. We need iridium bars, battery packs, and hardwood. So we can now go to Ginger Island tomorrow if we want to. We're also going to get Clint to open up some artifact troves, golden mystery boxes, and a huge array of different types of geodes as well. And I'm hoping now this is going to get very close to get the lovely magic rock candy and star drop off of Gunther. I also threw a strange doll into the magma here, and a weird serpent appeared. Gave me this crystal here called the Faraway Stone, and this is just a cool secret here that Stardew added to 1.6. It's basically a Terraria crossover. I never played Terraria myself, but apparently that's what it is. But in order to see the secret to completion, we need to delve into the endgame a little bit. We have to go to the cave here. Now I tried to fish up a void mayonnaise, but Stardew has made the capture rate of a void mayonnaise to be extremely difficult. It took me the whole day to get a void mayonnaise. I didn't even get it on the 6th of winter. I had to wait till the 7th to get it. But that night, we get a cool cutscene of Robin and Willie fixing up the boat here so we can now go to Ginger Island and explore. So I'm going to purchase a few void eggs off Krobus. I needed one void egg to sell for item completion. I need the second void egg to turn into a void mayonnaise so that I can get past this goblin. And I needed the third void egg to turn into another void mayonnaise so I can sell that for item completion. Once I got the magic ink, I could stand on the teleporter and that would bring me to the basement of the wizard's house. And now I can use the Faraway Stone on this pedestal, and a really cool scene happens where this cat will come out of the world of Terraria, and the cat will give me a fearsome weapon known as the Meowmere. The only thing is that the weapon isn't that fearsome. But what we can do is we can use item transmogrification once we get to the Forge of Ginger Island, and we can put the Meowmere onto a very powerful weapon. And that's something we might do in the next video. So I used the staircase in Mayor Lewis's house, and this is just another secret to show you here in case you missed the last video. And once you pick up his lucky purple shorts, you get chased by the other shorts, so you have to escape from them or they can kill you. I feel like if you get his lucky purple shorts from his basement and not from Barney's bedroom, his dialogue should change. So, on the off chance if Concerned Ape has made this far into my video, would you consider adding some special dialogue there if you get his lucky purple shorts from his basement? Back to the video. I pulled up a slime jack, that's in it for the fishing collection. It was time for another community quest. We had Robin's Project or Gus's Famous Omelette. I'm going to go with Robin's Project for one main reason, and that is we get friendship points with Robin up on that quest completion, and I wanted to get her to 6 or 7 hearts so she'd give me the flute block for the Ginger Island mermaid puzzle. So we did the fishing event today for winter. I won that, and I'm going to get some really cool prizes there. I'm going to get a magnet, barbed hook, we're going to get the dress spinner and the sailor's cap. So that was nice. Abigail had a help wanted quest here as well. She just wanted an iron bar. I of course obliged because I'm still collecting prize tickets because there's still really nice stuff you get from those prize tickets, including additional Star Drop teas and magic rock candies. So we're going to make our way to Ginger Island, and this is probably the first time I've seen the winter islands, because I never really go to Ginger Island during the winter. Normally I go there during the spring or the summer, so I don't see the white snow-covered islands. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if that was added in 1.6 or if it was always in 1.5. So if someone is listening, if anybody knows, just to confirm if that little change was there in 1.5 or not. Now, I could have paid that Georgia parrot to find all the golden walnuts, but all my money would be gone, and I have over 1 million gold. The more golden walnuts I find, the less money I'll have to give to that Georgia parrot, which is kind of cool. So my advice, if you're really wanting to get into Key's Secret Walnut Room, but you're struggling to find the last couple of golden walnuts, you can always consider giving the parrots some money then. There was a total of 5 golden walnuts you can accumulate from fishing. And I've done this so many times, I more or less know where all of the golden walnuts are without looking at any sort of guide. The plan was simple, to accumulate enough golden walnuts to get the parrots to fix up the house for me, so I could sleep over on Ginger Island, so I could wake up the next day on Ginger Island and use all of that precious time to make some serious progression over here. Ginger Island is the place to go if you want to make tons of money. This whole farm is basically a giant greenhouse. We want to get access to Key's Secret Walnut Room as quickly as possible. We also completed a monster snare goal there as well by selling one of those duggies. And the duggies are just amazing loot tools, because normally when you kill a duggie at the volcano cave, they drop really cool bombs. I'm picking up trinkets here too. I had the fairy there for a while. I swapped it out for the magic quiver. The magic quiver is actually pretty good because it continuously fires arrows. And it's a great way to keep those magma sprites and magma sparklers away from you. Especially if you need to take out the water you can, you need to make a bridge across to get to some sort of island. Or if you just want to mine some stuff but you don't want to fight any of the magma sprites. So it's a real handy trinket to have to keep those monsters away. It's also really handy to keep the serpents away from you too, as well as go caverns. And it will eventually kill stuff too. So it's not like a weak trinket, it's just good all around. So I freed Professor Snail today. That opens up his archaeology quest line, and we will try our best to get all of the archaeology items for him as quickly as possible. So I got a protection ring today, which is not great, but you can get really good stuff inside those chests. I made it to the top of the volcano today, and it always gives you a prismatic shard the first time you get up there, which is nice. So I enchanted my pickaxe and I got efficient. I wasn't overly excited about that. I was hoping for powerful or swift, but I did get Crusader on my Galaxy Sword, and I think Crusader is probably one of the best enchants you get for a weapon, because it packs in the mummies very quickly, and there's lots of undead enemies in this game, so Crusader will do additional damage to those. So I decided to go back to Stardew Valley today, and there was a Squid Fest tournament on, and every time I caught a squid I'd get a point, and if you catch a total of 8 squids, you'll get all the prizes of today. And the reason why you want to catch squids is because you get a really cool book of power called the Art of Crabbing, and it just means that you have a chance to get double loot from crab pot, so it just makes the crab pots a bit handier to use. And we'll use the bait maker again to our advantage. We'll put in the squid, get back squid bait. That way then it'll be really easy to pull up loads of squids during the day. So that is another book of power added, which is the Art of Crab, which is pretty cool. We're heading back over to Ginger Island the next day. We just picked up the fossilized leg there that we need. I also managed to pan up the fossilized tail, which was nice. And I also managed to home a prismatic shirt. And I thought this was hilarious, because to make a prismatic shirt you need cloth and a prismatic shard, and just to hold it up from the ground, I thought it was quite rare. So there we go, a prismatic shirt for us. For the rest of the day, I just went around Ginger Island getting more golden walnuts. There's a few I could haul up here, and across the bridge there to the right there's 2 more I could pick up as well. I managed to fish up the fossilized spine there as well, which is needed. I managed to fish up the skull there from the beach. That was the snake skull. Just outside Leo's house, if you whack away all the weeds here, there's a good chance you'll get the mummified frog. That's also needed. And if you get Clint to break open a couple of golden coconuts, there's a good chance you'll get the fossilized skull there as well. So it was time to complete Robin's quest for the hardwood, and she's going to give me 2,000 gold for that. We're also going to get friendship points with that as well. We also had help on the quest with Robin. She wanted a bream, and that was going to be even more friendship points, so I'm going to give her the bream straight away. And I'm now hoping that I have enough friendship points accumulated with Robin so that it will activate the cutscene where she'll teach me the flute block and the drum block. And voila, there we go, it was perfect timing. So if we get a ready day now over on Ginger Island, we can attempt the mermaid puzzle. But first we have to unlock that area. I also got a star drop tea here for putting in the prize tickets. I'm going to give that to Harvey along with a loved gift that puts him straight up to 8 out of 8 hearts. We're also going to get our first batch of mystic syrups today. Each of these syrups will sell for 1,000 gold. So the more mystic trees we can put on the farm now, the more money we're going to get. Those mystic syrups are just amazing. We're also going to have a look at our auto grabbers, and there's quite a lot of animal products we can get. I could process these and make more money, but that would take a lot of time, especially the milk there from the cows. There's a lot of milk there. Instead, I'm just going to sell it all raw. I went back to Ginger Island today and I hauled up the fossilized ribs there, which was nice. Now we're going to do the island survey. It's the same answer every time. For the purple flowers, it's 22. And then for the purple starfishes, it's always going to be 18. And that never changes, which is nice. So it's 2 handy golden walnuts there. I'm now going to donate all of the artifacts here to Professor Snail. And that is going to reward me with tons of golden walnuts. This is going to be a big progression boost. We also get the banana sapling, which is very important because we need to give the gorilla a banana who's located just outside Leo's house to get a few more golden walnuts down the road. So I decided to upgrade the warp obelisk so I can get back to Stardew Valley fairly fast, and we're now going to take the community queen up Christopher Linus so he teaches us the fiber seeds. All I need now for the fishing collection is that manta ray, so I just have to unlock the beach area there now on Ginger Island so I can get at that. I also hold up a strange dot today. We can give it to Gunther. In order to get perfection, we need to give Gunther all of the minerals and artifacts. I did some panning today too. I managed to get some gold ore and a diamond. Panning is now way more fun. You can even upgrade the pan and get way more goodies. So I'm back doing volcano runs today in the hopes to get better enchants from my gear, power up my weapons and get better stuff from the chests. So I'll put some rubies into my galaxy sword to increase its attack power. The more attack power I have, the more fun I'm going to have doing called cavern runs. I finally got the dried powder melons for the raccoon. It took a while. I got the raccoon journal back as a reward. This is an amazing book of power. This greatly increased the chances of getting items from weeds when you destroy them. It's really nice. So as we can see here, weeds have a greater chance to yield the mixed seeds. And mixed seeds are going to be something you're always going to need. Even if you have millions of gold, you can trade in the mixed seeds in a raccoon's wife for some pretty cool stuff. We're going to get Robin to make a stables, and now we're going to visit Sandy, and we are going to purchase a full batch, 999 pieces of starfruit seeds. And we're going to put those over at Ginger Island, so we will prep Ginger Island for that, and that is going to make us a lot of money. With the money I had left over, I decided to get the desert obelisk. Now I don't have to worry about Pam and the bus. I can just click on the obelisk and away I go to the desert. I'm also going to visit the Statue of Uncertainty, and I'm going to change up my farming professions. I'm going to sacrifice my artisan, and I'm just going to get the perk where crops grow 10% faster, so the starfruit will grow way faster. I can also combine that with some decent speed grows to really speed up the growth rate of crops. We're doing this called cavern run today, and I got some pretty good rewards. I got lots of prismatic shards, I got lots of iridium ores, and auto pedders, auto grabbers. It was just a great run all around. So it was time for the book vendor today. I purchased the usual skill books to try to increase my mastery level as quickly as possible. I had all of the books of power that you can get from the book vendor already got, so it was just getting skill books for now. I pulled up a larger bass today because it was just another help wanted quest, and I was given that to Demetrius here. That was another prize ticket for me, which was nice. I really wanted to get the magic rock candy from our Lewis's ticket machine for future Skull Cavern runs. So we're going to go with mining mastery today because I really wanted the heavy furnace. And I just make a few of these heavy furnaces now, and this is going to come in so handy for mass producing iridium bars. And I can sell those bars then and make an absolute truckload of money. I decided to do Linus's quest, the community cleanup down here in level 100 of the mines, because if I get trash, good, that's good towards the quest, but if I get lava eel, I could smoke that for lots of money. So it just made it a bit more fun. You only get 500 gold for completing that quest. Linus doesn't have a whole lot of money, but the fiber seed is really good. So I have a good few monster eradication goals done right there, so I get lots of rewards. Let's have a quick look at the goals. We still have a lot of slimes left to kill, a lot of void spirits. We have just a few dust sprites. In terms of mummies, we have to kill a lot of those because we have Crusader. That speed up dramatically. Pepper Rexes, serpents, and magma sprites. But because we killed over 1,000 monsters, we can go into the back room here of the Adventurers Guild and get the mapping cave systems. And this book is amazing. This will give us a 50% discount on Barland's item retrieval service. So if you lose a very important item in the caverns or regular mines or wherever you are, Barland can now retrieve that at a big discounted rate for you. We're also going to visit the regular dwarf. We're going to purchase the Dwarvish Safety Guide, and that's going to reduce bomb damage to us, which is a game changer as well, because I'm always blowing myself up with skull caverns. So we got the fiber seed today off Linus. We're also using our heavy furnaces to make lots of iron bars. And we're now going to go to Clint to start upgrading our tools. We're going to upgrade our hoe to a gold hoe. I'm also going to get Clint to break open all of these mystery boxes in the hopes to get something good. I was really hoping for the mystery box Book of Power, but it just wasn't meant to be. I made fiber seeds today, and we're going to plant all these now at the farm, so I'm going to have tons of fiber for next year to make whatever I want with it. I sold 77 iridium bars today. I'm at 150,000 gold. I also took a nice stroll through the quarry cave. I was hoping for the magic rock candy from the floaty skulls, but it wasn't meant to be. I then decided to take on another community quest. This time we're going to go for the prismatic jelly. If we complete this quest, the wizard will give us the recipe for the monster musk, and that makes monster eradication goals super simple because it dramatically increases the spawn rate of monsters. So after a few detours of coming in and out of the mines, I got the prismatic jelly, killed it, gave it to the wizard, and he was super happy with that. I also gave Emily a squid because that was just a help wanted quest for her. That was a nice 240 gold into the pocket there as well, and some more friendship points with Emily. I got a rare event tonight. The witch came along, but she spewed her magic on my slime hutch. This is going to turn all my slimes into black slimes, and if you kill them you get coal, which is kind of cool. So I got the monster musk off the wizard. I also got my gold hoe off Clint, which was nice. Now, since I have the money, we're just going to give that back to Clint, and we might as well upgrade it all the way to the iridium hoe. We're also going to give Clint the purple mushroom, because that was just another help-wanted quest there for Clint. Good old George refined quartz. I like George, you know, I think he's a good NPC, he's got a good backstory, good character development. George is cool. I finally get the magic rock candy and another star drop tea. These prize tickets are just so overpowered. I just can't recommend doing those help wanted quests enough. So it was Leah's birthday today. She got a salad. She also got a star drop tea, boosting her right up to 7 out of 8 hearts. I mean, those star drop teas are just insanely overpowered. I had a lot of Omni Geodes from doing this cavern run, so we're going to get Clint to break open all those. It's time to introduce our newest channel member, Kenzie. You get to be the horse of Gamergar's Stardew Valley 1.6 farm. It is time to collect all of these lovely mystic syrups, and now me and Kenzie are going to go for a nice stroll and see if this trail would give us anything decent. It didn't. We're now going to go back to the farm and we're going to make a statue of the Dwarf King. And this statue can give us some really cool perks, including increased chances of staircases in the mines or skull caverns, extra coal, extra ore per veins, bombs don't do any damage to us. It's just an amazing statue all around. And it's one of the great things that comes with the mining mastery. So we just completed a monster slayer goal there, and that was actually for killing dust sprites, so we can now get the burglar ring. It's now Christmas time, and we get to give Pierre a secret gift. I gave him a prismatic shard because I have loads of them right now. Pierre was really happy about that. My gift giver was Robin. She gave me 99 pieces of wood. You know what? It's not bad. That's a cake right there, provided I have the rest of the mats. The raccoon was looking for some dried mushrooms and cave carrots. It was really simple. So we'll have that in no time. It was Clint's birthday today, and it was just so depressing seeing him buying his own in the boiler room. I really hope Concerned Ape adds in some sort of event where Clint can get with Emily and they can have a family and kids and live happily ever after, you know? It was time to get some secrets today, so I'm going to get the HMTGF by putting a super cucumber into that chest there just north of Clint's house. I also got the further Goomon by putting a strange bun into Vincent's toy box, and I get the pinky lemon there by putting the duck mayonnaise into a container there inside Gus's saloon. So we're going to get 15 golden walnuts in total now today, because we have the melon, we have the wheat, and we have the onion. And the frog is going to give us 5 golden walnuts for inspecting each one, which is really nice. That puts us up to 24 golden walnuts right there. I now have enough to finally fix up the beach area. And we can also do the mermaid puzzle, because it's raining. That's going to give us 5 more golden walnuts. We can fish an extra one up there. We can hold up out of the ground just up there too, between those 4 golden stars. And we can fish up the stingray as well, which gives us the master angler. And that is all of the fish captured in Stardew Valley. That's going to give us a star drop now for money the next day. I'm also going to enchant some tools here again. I finally got powerful for the iridium pickaxe, so I'm very happy with that. And if we take a look at my sword, it has Crusader. My fishing rod has Master, which is really nice. I will enchant the axe eventually, once I get more prismatic shards. The next day, Willie gives me a star drop for catching all of the fish in the game. Thanks very much, Willie. And this is the last day of our challenge. What an experience it was. I have to say the new 1.6 is amazing. But we're not finished just yet. We're going to give the raccoon here some goods, and he is going to give us a raccoon hat, which is a really cool hat in my opinion. I just don't want to know where he got that hat from. Maybe he just made it himself with his own fur. Maybe he just sheds a lot. That's how I'm going to process that. I also fished up an iridium crobus. Now you need a fishing skill of 15 to grab that. Because I had master, I just had to take a buff food to get me +4 fishing, so the seafoam pudding done the job for me there, which was nice. Went back to Clint, got my iridium hoe. All I have to upgrade now is my gold axe and iridium axe. We'll do that right now, so we're good to go for spring. We'll have all the iridium tools. Let me know if you want to see a 200-day video. We're going to go to Sandy. The main crop we're going to use in spring is the rhubarb, and the rhubarb is a very powerful spring crop. It is extremely profitable. So if you don't have strawberries for spring year 2, trust me on this, just get some rhubarbs, you won't go wrong. So we're going to grab all of our lovely purple mushrooms, common mushrooms, red mushrooms, and we're going to convert all those using our dehydrators. We can't convert the red ones, we'll just sell those. And there you have it, folks. That is our 100-day Stardew Valley challenge, or I suppose we can call it a 1-year Stardew Valley challenge, fully completed. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you Friday for our very first live stream. It's been well over a year, so if you're around Friday, please pop into the live stream, say hi. I'd love to have you there. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe as well if you like the content, I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to all my channel members. Thanks so much for supporting me so far, everyone. I'll see you very shortly in our next 100-day challenge.